Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another live edition of Sakali's Corner, Unfiltered, with yours truly, Dominic Sakali at Mafia Roundtable. Folks, feeling a little bit better today. The only thing is I can't wear shirts, so I have to wear my zip up, but it's all good. Just not sleeping because I have to sit up. Somebody asked me, they said, "Hey, Dom, what's up with that haircut?" I guess they didn't see. I had my hair done. I had... See, we had a little over here reinforced, a little bit on the crown reinforced, and now my eyebrows done. So now nobody could joke with me, call me Baldy Mr. Potato Head. There we go. I'll look like a damn chia pet after this shit's done. But I want to thank everybody for all the love and support. I'll start the show off different today. Philly Bob, good to see you. Richie, Cynthia, hello as always. Sam the Man. Happy Saturday. Everybody stay safe. Tell your family you love them. And most importantly, drink EG Vodka responsibly. And with that, we will go into the promos. People, go to egvodka.com, order it today. It's in the description. I think I put it in the description. If not, tomorrow will be in the description. Hit the link, buy it, drink it. You'll love it. You won't be disappointed. You'll be hooked on this shit. It's really good. 100% gluten-free organic. We have always lit cigars as well, too. And then the man shot. So for those of you who are just having a little problem up in age, help you feel like a youngster again. You'll be hard for hours. Also, we got the German. Thank you for the contribution. Here's the German. Let me get the bottle in hand. Here's the German's plugging for me. New year, fresh start, new level, straight right. Start right now and elevate yourself with a bottle of EG Vodka, available in 3 fantastic flavors and 100% organic. German, thank you as always. We have Richie J. Thank you for the contribution as well. Richie also, so I'll keep the vodka here. Richie's plugging it in too. Enjoy some Earl Grey EG. Appreciate all the content. Guys, you got it. Thank you so much. We have Sam the Man from... what's that? German love from Chicago. We have Chicago in the house. We have Australia in the house. Lawrence, good to see you back on. Good afternoon to you too as well. Good seeing you, brother. Today's going to be really interesting. Paulie, good to see you. And I'll go down the list later on. But it's going to be interesting. I'm going to tell the Lewisburg how it was back in the day, how the Italians act in prison all throughout the system. And you got some dangerous ones in there, like Vito Guzzo. He was down. Bruno would get down without a doubt. Then you have the Irish too. Kevin Kelly, Big Jim McManus. They would get down. This is off the top of my head. Bobby Baviello, Robert Biscula, Robert Brooks. They would get down. And the guys I'm naming aren't made guys. The only one at that time was Bruno. You have Ace. He'll get down in a heartbeat. He's a made guy. But the majority of the made guys, I'm sorry to say, and I was one of them. I wasn't one of them, but I was a made guy. They're punks. They're punks. They don't fight in jail. They'll walk away. They'll mud it out. They'll come up with some type of excuse. And I've seen it. I have 20 years in the systems, from state to federal. Most of my time was in federal. But I've seen it. And really, it's just a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Far and few in between will throw down. Vinny's one of them. He will throw down. Gotti Sr., he would throw down. You just know certain people. Even Sammy. Sammy would throw down. As small as he is, he would go. He has a heart. So, but you have a lot of guys. I could name a list, and I'm not going to put them on Front Street. And I've seen it through things. And I'll tell some stories about that too in the show. But before I go into all that, there's a guy on social media, and I'm not even going to mention his name. I'm checking him out still, looking at some of his videos. He had some shit popping out of the side of his neck about me. All good, but he seems fair. Seems fair. So before I blow it out there and I name him, I'm sure he'll pick it up if he's watching the show. Just has a problem. And, it happens sometimes where they take some of my words out of content or twist them. I try to be as accurate as possible for those of you who know me. And I'll call it the way it is. And this is another guy who likes Joey Molino, which I'm cool with that. But to say I'm coming on knocking him, to me is like, really? So now you're being one-sided, because what about me complimenting him on doing good work for the kids, the children, the women, whomever, complimenting them with that? What about that? That doesn't count? So, there's things I'm going to critique. Number one, I don't dislike the guy. He did a bad move by going to one of my family members, trying to dig up information about a purported crime. What type of move is that? What type of move is that? Say if I didn't tell the government, say if I did a crime, I didn't tell the government, he's pulling up dirt, what, to blow it on social media? Dig it up to get somebody a case? What's that called? What's that called? So I try to keep it straight, and I'll say what I want to say, what I feel is right. Sticking up for Anthony Arlotta, I like him. I think he's very respectful, and they might have something going back and forth. That's all good. But to hit below the belt, I don't condone child molestation. I don't condone rape. Those are the two things that I don't play with. That I don't play with that. That's just beyond. It's disgusting. And I was a criminal at heart. And to say other things, now you want to throw stones as far as, and I can't go into certain things because, things got settled, but to say going to a judge and this and that, going to a judge for them to look into something, because I'm not my old ways. And I caught myself on a few different occasions where, boom, I reacted, pulled myself back. Can't go back to that. Can't, because there's a lot of people out there want to see me fall, go backwards. It's easy for me, folks. It's really easy. So, but, I like some of the things the guy said. I checked it out. Somebody told me, they hit me up offline, check it out. I like him. He doesn't know me. I don't know him from a hole in the wall. But you know what? I'll go back and forth with anybody. And one of the things he said was, and I jotted a note down. What is it? I called one of my subscribers a hater for calling me out, calling me a rat. No, I never. Those of you who know me, I'm the first one to say I'm one of the only rats, government informants, cooperators, however you want to label it. I'm one of the only ones that admit I took the coward way out. I did what I did, and that's it. Always say that. So when somebody says something, and they keep on repeating, rat this, rat that, and I'll read it. As you know, I'll read it. Then they'll go, rat, you took it in the ass. Come on, don't play that shit. That's childish shit. That's being a keyboard jerk off tough guy. And that's when I blow. So I don't care. You're a subscriber. You're giving me money. You're donating. You keep on berating. Cool. And then you see I'm reading it and I'm just letting it go. You're right. And I tell them, you're right. And then they come with something totally off the fucking chart. Nah, I don't play that. So all that shit, I'm not a phony. I don't have to, because somebody's giving me a contribution or giving me props and then jerking me off, that I'm going to compliment them and let it go. I'm not Sammy. I'm not other guys that do that because they're getting their envelopes. I'm too straight up for that. And all I ask on this channel, I've always asked, people just hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. That's it. Just show your appreciation that way. And I'm okay with it. That's all I look for. I want to just have a good time, go back and forth. But I'm sure I'm going to look into this guy some more before I really front him out. And then we could go back and forth. I'm cool with that too. And it seems like he seems okay. He just doesn't know me. He's with Joey Molino. He doesn't like rats. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. But one thing you can never say, I'll be the first one to admit to any group, yeah, I cooperated. If somebody goes to harm me, put their hands on me, all bets are off. I don't give a fuck. You Mike Tyson, you Jesus Christ, all bets are off. That's it. That's just the way I'm going. That's the way I am. Always was, always will be. I don't care. And for the people that do know me in the streets, they know what I'm about. I don't care if I'm by myself, if I have 10 guys. If I'm by myself and you have 10 guys, I'm going. I'm going. And for those of you who know Anthony Aiello, you could ask him. There was many times from him and I out, 5, 6 guys to 15, 20 guys. We got back to back and we cleared house. And ask him. I know people probably say, he's full of shit. People, or most of these people on here, you have connections with guys in jail. Ask them. So, I know Ace ain't going to bullshit. Ask Big Jimmy McManus. He's in the Bronx. Ask him. I haven't spoken to him in years, but he knows. He'll be the first one to tell you. Dom don't play. Dom doesn't need a group behind him. He came with me into the Albanians one time. That's it. And you'll hear about that story. So I'm going into it about Mark Stagg. Because you know what? As I thought about it, and I told the story about Mark, how I contacted him, we spoke, this and that. And then things fester inside because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, wow, this guy's really a fucking mutt. He's really a mutt. I put my life on the line. I was going to kill for him. And he couldn't have the fucking decency to help me out, to come partners with me, do something with me. Wow. And I was putting up my end. So I'll go into that more because people like that, they're users. And then, yeah, Mike, no, I'll save all this. This will be a good one. But for that guy out there, and another thing, and I take insult to this, with little scruff, snuff, whatever you sniff, they call them, sniff, a little sniff. Call me Chicklets. Yeah, no, I you know what? Because they could have said a lot worse. And I laughed because it was just funny. It was funny. It wasn't a bad nickname. So he should have said Brows. That's an insult. But, Chick, I just like the way he said it. So, and I'll laugh with people. I could be the butt of a joke. I'm okay. I'm all right. So if I get my feelings, I get my feelings. There's nothing I can do about it. But I'm not going to be on here just to be a keyboard tough guy. I don't have to be. I'm secure with myself with all that bullshit. So I appreciate your video. It seems some of the things that you did say, I appreciate because we don't know each other. You don't know me from a hole in the wall, but do your research. Do your research on me because I never underestimate anybody. Never underestimate. There's people out there that might say, Joey's small. He's only 98 pounds. Joey's a stone cold killer. That's it. He's a killer. He's a thug. So he's somebody. I never underestimate anybody. Actually, I'm more leery of the smaller people, in size, and the people that are quiet. That's what I'm more leery of. So with that, folks, we're going to go into tonight with the jailhouse stories, Lewisburg Penitentiary, and how the system is. Now, by the time I went to Lewisburg, I already had a body under my belt. I mean, killed a guy in a motel room. And prior to that, I mean, baseball bat, beat people down bad, pistol whip people, bloodied up. I mean, really, I did a lot of damage in my day. So I was never, what's the word? I was never one to not see violence or not participate in violence. It was part of my life. So it became normal living in that type of life. And shot the guy, like I said, I shot the guy in the head in the motel room, put another one in his head after we put him on the bed, cleaned up all the blood, wrapped him up, dumped the body. And so, nothing fazed me. I seen a woman when I was, I think, 10, 11. She fell out of the window of Hazel Towers. I'm not going to mention the name, close to the family. And I watched a hit. I mean, that was at a young age. And to see that it was really, I was okay. At first, I was just shooken up as a kid. But as the day went on, it just rolled off my shoulders, and my family was like, "Are you okay? Are you?" I said, "Yeah, yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. It's okay." So I wasn't one that was sheltered from violence or didn't see it. I was around it. So going into the jail system, and I forgot this, when I was in MCC Miami, and I told you people, I was in a special housing unit where they had high profile guys and they had a lot of cooperators. My co-defendant was ratting, so they put me there. They kept him on the compound. While we're there was a guy in there, and he always to himself, a little crazy, would go to pill line, that's meds, get their meds, whatever, to keep them balanced or just out of it. So one day, and we terrorized this housing unit. I mean, terrorized it. We would make little bombs out of the soap. And I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but we'd make little bombs out of the soap. And at the time, they had matches. So you take all the matchsticks, you compress it. And that's all I'm going to say. So we make bombs. And one day, we just terrorized the unit. We plotted. There was about 6 of us. We didn't like the counselor. His name was Roche. Destroyed the unit from TVs to everything all at once. It was all chaotic. We set things up quietly, did it, boom. Then everything went chaotic. But prior to that, there was a guy, all of a sudden, we're hanging out in the day room, we're waiting, and he's on the top tier. I didn't even notice. All I seen was a body coming down. As it hit, it jerked up, and boom. And then all you seen was piss and shit come out of his pants. Hung himself with a bed sheet. We didn't even realize it till it was too late. Locked down the unit. But then because of my antics over there with the unit, with what we did, destroying everything, they couldn't prove it. They wound up locking us up, putting us in the hole. It was all right. I was with a kid, they called him Cano, Ruben Rivera. Young kid out of Puerto Rico. He was only, I think, 17. He wound up killing the cop. Shot a cop in the head in Puerto Rico. They brought him to the States. He did time. He had a life sentence. He should be out now. I think he is out. But after that incident, they shipped me to Lewisburg. Later on, they wound up shipping Ruben to Lewisburg. And, it was just good seeing a familiar face. He was also on the MAB unit. Good, really good kid. Good young kid. Anyway, so I'm in Lewisburg first morning. K-Dorm, after they let me out of the shoe after 2 weeks, you go to K-Dorm. I told everybody, I saw that stabbing kid come out. And then all of a sudden, boom, it hit me like, oh, fuck. We got to rock and roll in this place. And I wasn't one to ever back down. So it is what it is. What was going through my head is, fuck, I have a 10-year bid. I'm going to wind up with life over here. I know it. I just had a feeling. Thank God it didn't happen, but almost. And with all that said, even when I had the incident with the guy out of Philly, the only Italians really who stepped up was Chicky Ciangalini. And I told everybody, at that time, we weren't even talking. I had a big argument with him, big blow up with him. But that motherfucker got my back. He knew what it was about. And he even told me afterwards, I thanked him. I said, Chicky, thank you. I'm really impressed that. And I apologize for what came out of my mouth prior. He's like, don't worry about it. I like you. You're a good kid. I see you got balls. I like that because he was secure with himself. He was a man. And, things like that. And then I go to other institutions, even the Italians, like, fuck. MCC Miami, I told you, my co-defendant, you have Tommy Farice there. He had a whole bunch of guys. You don't do anything to this guy? You don't check him in, get him off the fucking compound? It's like, damn. It seems like the Italians, all they want to do is politic, because I would say 75% of them in their life are fucking dogs. They're punks. It's easy, folks. It's easy. Call your best friend in. Come on, come here. All right, we're going out. Okay, you're going to drive? Yeah, I'll drive. Okay, hey, Billy, sit in the front seat. I'll sit in the back. And boom, you pop them in the head. It's easy to do that, folks. Or tell them, hey, Joey, come to my house. Yeah, comes in the house. All right, you know what? We got to talk. Let's go in the basement. Wires. Go down, boom, pop them in the head. It's easy to get somebody like that. It's easy. Doesn't take a thug or a gangster to pull a trigger. Really doesn't. So thug or a gangster, when you're against your adversaries, are have the advantage against you, and you still step up. You don't back down. You do what you have to do. When somebody yells, "Hey, get the gun out of the car! Get the gun!" and they run, I didn't run backwards. I ran after the mofo. I ran after him to grab him. Like, I'm gonna get the gun. I'm gonna take it out of you, and I'm gonna shoot you with your own goddamn gun. And that's a gangster mentality. Half of the mobsters would run the other way when they hear that. Especially the kid had about maybe a 10-foot head start on me, right to the car that was only 30, 40 feet away. And that's the sad part of it. So you young kids out there, all these people you think are your friends, you think they're tough guys, they're not. They're tough guys, they're your friends, they want to see you in the life. So you young thugs who like are impressed, don't be impressed. Don't be impressed. Stay away from the bullshit. A lot of ways to make money. I'm going to be doing a coaching program. Listen to me, follow me. We'll get your body right, your mind right, and your finances right. There'll be packages I'm going to put together. I'm going to spend a lot of time, and you'll learn from my trial and errors. So now you have somebody to support you, to be there, to guide you. Follow my lead. When I say, you know what, here's my choice. And again, I'm not a stockbroker, I'm not a financial planner. I'm just somebody who taught myself, learned the system, and know how to make money. Whether it be construction, whether it's investments. If I say, listen, here's the play I'm doing, I might be putting 20,000 into the play. If you only have 200, put what you could afford into the play. I might lose. I might come out. I would say my win-loss ratio is my wins a lot greater. I would say I'm about maybe 90% on my wins. I will take, once I'm up big, I'll take a lot of shots. I'll take a lot of different shots, a lot of plays. And some of them pay off. The ones that pay off, they outweigh the losses by a lot. But if I see opportunities and I feel strong, and I would be more cautious when I have other people. But if I'm going to make 30, 40,000 that day off a play, might take a week, might take 2 weeks to make that. But if it hits, when it hits, if you put 200, you'll make 3 or 4,000, and then you accumulate. You put some aside. You take that 2 or 3,000. You put 1,000 in a long play. The other 1,000, now we'll up it on the short plays, and then eventually, but after a few months, you accumulate. Now your long plays are coming in. Now you cash them in. So that's how you build up your bankroll. And I'll teach you. Listen, I did it from the streets. Nobody taught me anything. I self-taught myself. I didn't go to school. I dropped out in the 10th grade. I was always a thug, a gangster, but always a businessman as well. I always had that business sense, that hustle. I took my street knowledge, my street hustle. I was involved from heroin, cocaine, crack, marijuana, ecstasy pills, selling guns. I was fireworks, everything. And I just took that hustle mentality and I put it into legitimate business. And now, yes, I will not do anything illegal. Will not. And there's times I do catch myself. Trust me. There's times with people I do want to react. I want to say, like, who the F you think you are? So you know what? I have to do it the legal way. I'll utilize my attorneys that they're basically on call 24/7 with me. And that's the way I get my justification nowadays. It's sad, but you know what? I'm not that person I once was. If I was, then I'd probably be back in jail, without a doubt. This is the longest in my adult life I've been home. I'm home since 2013, folks. 2013, I came home. I've never been out from the time I got locked up in 1988, from 88 to 2005. Was it? Yeah, it went from 88 to 2005. 88, 2005. No, I'm sorry. Is it? 88 from 2013. From 1988 to 2013, I have 5 years, almost, yeah, 5 years, approximately 5 years on the street from 1988 to 2013. So you tell me. You tell me. From 88 to 2000. 5 years was my longest stretch on the street from 88 to 2013 when I was released again. And that stretch happened, that 5 year stretch I was out. I was released in 1999. I got locked up the end of 99, December of 99. And I got locked up in January of 05. So, this is the first time in my adult life. And it's sad. It's not sad. It made me who I am. And it just shows you just keep on picking yourself up. Anything you put your mind to, kids, folks out there, you could achieve. So if you're depressed, you're not feeling well, think of people that are worse off than you. And they do it. I had a video from 50 Cent, and I'm going to read it about the success with people. He's talking about Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison might have invented, and I'm just going off the top of my head. These aren't accurate numbers, but they're close. He invented, say, he had 200 patents with inventions. You know what he's known for? The light bulb. The light bulb came out to 0.1% of success rate. You have, I think, Picasso. He might have had 1,000 paintings, yet maybe a dozen of them. And these are just numbers off the top of my head from where he said he had all the statistics. So he had maybe a 5% success rate. So look at all the times these people failed, but they kept on going. They kept on going. They kept on going. That's what life's about. Nobody gives you, very far few in between that you have it on a silver platter. You have to keep on going, keep on moving forward, and eventually you'll achieve what you're looking for, your goals. That's why the program I'm going to set up, first we're going to start with the workouts. We're going to start with one stock pick. Will help you get financially. I'll set everything up. We can even throw in nutrition, what to eat, how to eat. If you want to lose weight, you don't need drugs out there, folks, to do it. You just need a little dedication. Remember, after all the studies I've did, after anywhere from 5 to 10 days of doing something every day, it becomes a habit. So you could create that you'll feel guilty going to the gym every morning, or if you want to lose weight, follow this regimen. Because I went from 245 pounds when I was locked up. I came home from jail. I was 178 pounds, shredded. I had a 12-pack. I mean, shredded. That I had some skin hanging on. So I went to the doctor. I'm like, hey, doc, I need lipo. I didn't know. I need lipo. He said, Dom, you have no fat. You have no body fat whatsoever. It's just skin. So I said, well, I need this shit cut. And he was laughing. He says, no. Don't worry. But there's nothing in life you cannot do. So, and I've done it all, from workouts, stock market, making money, business ventures. Listen, I have a liquor company, a bar lounge I had, never a restaurant, auto repair shop, real estate office, construction business, tile business, so many different things I've done in my life. Like entertainment company, Ludacris, Migos, Chance the Rapper. I had all country artists. The events I did, I had a reggaeton artist. So I've tried everything. I failed, but I picked myself up. And at least, I could say I did it. And because I have faith in myself, I have faith in my capabilities. And I just love it. It just keeps me going. I had a used car dealership back in the day in Fort Lauderdale, window company. I mean, I'm up for anything. Water products overseas, a lot of different things. So, folks, in life, you have to fail to succeed, and that's it. And when you succeed, then you enjoy it much more. And then you see, gives you more confidence. And so I'm here for all you guys out there, all you women out there. You want to put something together, join our program, and we'll get you right all the way around. I guarantee you, after a few months, you'll be feeling good about yourself. You'll see some of your savings grow, and it'll be well worth it in the long run. And this is all coming from somebody who's not a financial advisor. I was a gangster, a thug in the street, but I was always a businessman as well. So this is coming from a former criminal. And you know what? I have more faith in former criminals than I do in these people out here, these business people in the business world. A lot of them are vultures. They don't know. They have no code. They have no sense of loyalty. It's all about me, 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 me. And they'll screw everybody over. And I have a list. That's why on Sakali's Corner Unfiltered, I'm going to blow them up. And one of the people, he passed away. I'm not even going to mention his name. He was a billionaire. He tried, and I have the affidavit. I still have the affidavit that was given to me. Went to somebody. They wanted to set me up so he didn't have to pay me $250,000 on work I did. Wound up costing him a lot more than that. Went to 7 figures. But he tried setting me up. Wanted that person to go to the government and let them know that I'm extorting them out of $250,000. That I threatened them and this and that. The guy said no. Wrote an affidavit. Gave me an affidavit. Went against his people for me. So, you know, these are stories that are true since I've been home. And it's just ridiculous. It gets to the point like, wow, legitimate people are actually more treacherous than the street people, whether you believe it or not. Look at the people in Congress, what they do, Senate, with their stock tradings, their insider trading. It's okay for them. It's okay for them. You know, and then they just go, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. But you live and learn in life. And like I said, I'm here to help people to do the right thing. And I always try to be fair with people. So that's it. As far as the prison systems, I'll go into stories, though. I have a lot of jailhouse stories, a lot, where people just dog it. But you do have a few, like the Guzos of the world, the Fabrizios, the Aiellos, Bascianos, and Delicados. They will go at it. They're not punks. And then I'm going to be talking tomorrow, people. I'm going to talk about a stock pick that I like. Also, I'm going to talk about Johnny Joe tomorrow because somebody said, "Hey, Dom, did you see this?" And I looked it up. I saw it came from Jerry Capisci. He wrote an article. He's usually pretty accurate with the information he gets. I'm pretty sure it was from Gangland. I'll pull it up, though. But it said in there that the Albanians smacked. Pretty sure they said smacked Johnny Joe. And Johnny Joe didn't do anything. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow, folks, because I had a lot of respect for the Albanians. Joe Massino saved all their lives. All their lives. And I think the bitch boy, the washwoman, is the one that sent word to Joe that Vinny was going to kill them with me. So we'll go into that tomorrow. Wait till you hear this story, how it goes. And I mentioned some of that before, but this other stuff with Johnny Joe and people, I don't care what the fuck's on the court records, what was said in the court. I know what happened, what went on, because I was in the streets. I was in the streets, and we knew them very well. We were looking for any excuse to blow them out of the water. And Vinny liked them, too. Vinny liked them. But he likes Cosa Nostra a lot more. So with that, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Let's see. Let me go back because there was some comments. Moji boy, how you doing, pal? Good to see you're on. Oh, what's up? We have the Goodfella podcast. People, go to the Goodfella podcast. You'll enjoy it. Joe Barone's there with Mo. Really puts out good content. Peace in New York. We have Queens in the house. Good to see you. Doherty, Dominic, hit up the man shot. and a few shots of EG. Oof, forget about it. My Puerto Rico, yes. Oh my God, you get me in trouble. So my wife won't be able to walk. Well, maybe I won't be able to walk. Dom, wishing you all the best. Happy New Year. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it. Brandy, I started watching his interview yesterday with Patrick Bet David. Okay. Camilla, good to see you on. It's all about the kids. Let's sell vodka, cigars, and pea pills. And it's about the kids because those kids grow up, they become old people. Uh, Cynthia, Brooklyn in the house. Good to see you on. Thank you. Francisco, I feel like I'm starting to get a cold. People, I haven't been sleeping. I am exhausted because of this with my hair, my eyebrows. They don't want me to lay flat because if you noticed yesterday, I had still today, a little swollen on my forehead area. That was because for about maybe an hour, I couldn't take it. So I laid flat and all the blood rushes up. So that's the drain. So I have to sleep sitting up. So for 3 days, it's like, oh man, I'm exhausted. But hopefully the next few days, I'll be good to go. I'll be back to normal. Eric, Mr. Key, did you know Uncle Charlie? Well, that's not for me. Gilbert, what's up? Good to see you on. Thank you. Jack Humphreys, what's up, Big Dom? Cleveland in the house. Good to see you on. Thank you. Brandy, A-Light, and Patrick. Well, Patrick who? Let's see. What about John Gotti Jr.? That'd be another one. If you're talking about the boxing, we could come up with a lot of good matches. A lot of good matches, but we'll see. A lot of them will not come on and do it. Let's see who else we have. Hey, Damon. Good to see you on. Dominic versus Eric Frost. Gene versus Damon. In boxing. Damon. That would be a good matchup. I think that would be a good matchup. So, Big Boy Blue, a rat. Yes. Okay. And so you're not telling us anything, but we all don't know. So thank you. So for those of you who don't know, okay. Gotta try that EG. Eric, you damn right you have to try it. Go to egvodka.com, order it today. Dom, the brow, that's right. Can't call me bald anymore with the brow, but these shits are gonna fall out and up here too. And that's it. I wanted to get it done. You know what? Fuck it. I'm vain. So nothing you could do. There's some other people on social media that they tatted their shit. So I wasn't going to do that. So I was fortunate enough. I figured, let me get it done. And you know what? I'm not embarrassed. I'm not shy. I'm straightforward. I did what I did. That's it. It's like people doing their teeth. See? My teeth are real. They're just whitened. So my chiclets, I should say, my chiclets. Paulie, if the guy has a mob channel, what the hell is he doing messing with people's families? Paulie, I have no idea. If you want to elaborate more, we could go into it. So, Jack Humphreys, Mike, the pussy wash woman you throw down with women. You throw down the Mike the pussy wash woman would throw down with woman. Oh, absolutely he would. Absolutely, without a doubt. Listen, I'll prod every which way to get him on, to box him, get him in that ring. So he'll never come on. R.J. Rogers versus O.C. Short. See, we getting this shit going. Lee B. Evening, Dom. Hope you're recovering well. It's coming along. Now it's starting to itch. So what I've been doing, I load up on Benadryl. At least it knocks me out a little bit and it stops the itching. We have Anthony again. Dom, let me help you get some EG into some of the bars in the suburbs of Atlanta. We have to get RNDC's our distributor. We have to get them to take it on in Atlanta. So once it's there, listen, we'll give people commissions, whatever you get rid of, and then it's residuals. I have one guy here in Orlando, VIP Mercedes, actually. They take 30 cases of EG every quarter. 30 cases they buy at a clip, and they give it to their clients. And the guy gets his commission check. That's it. It goes like clockwork. They get it, boom, he gets his commission check. So it's just getting the account, and after the account, you could just sit back, you call them when it's time, they get their delivery, you make sure it goes through, and then you get your commission check. So it's like found money. That's an earn, folks. That's what's called an earn. So, and once we get into different states, people want to push it, we'll set you up on a commission basis. And that's it. And it's good money. So once you get your accounts going, you have residual checks coming in. Youngblood, did you have an accident? Fire, what happened? I had eyebrows put in. Yes, and my hairline put in. So grafts. I had grafts taken out from the sides. They took donor hair and boop, 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 boop. So that's what I had done. I had somebody, I told me in one of the comments, hey, Dom, what's up with that haircut? You got a haircut. That's from the place, Bosley. I went to the Bosley Center. So, folks, those of you who need hair restoration, hair done, you'll see the results here. And I'm sure I'll get you in if you want to come to Maitland, Florida, get it done. I'm sure we'll get you a discount, without a doubt. The world according to Nate. What are you going to do? I have no idea who you're talking to. Hey, Dom, I have a funny story about Funzie, Siska, and Lewisburg. Hit me up. You guys, you have my email. Hit me up on the email. And Funzie's another good guy. I love them. Great, great guy. And you know what? Even when I left Allenwood, and Allenwood, you had a lot of tough guys there. There was a guy out of Jersey, an Irish guy, older. He was around Arnold Squitieri's age, Funzie's age. And I'm going back this is in 1995, 96. Arnold would always say, this guy's an effing rat. He ratted during the day and this and that. Arnold would always look at him. But it was said, Arnold said, and Funzie, the guy will go. He's a tough guy. That he was in the state joint. Somebody hit him with a weight bar, broke his arm, and he was still going he went at the guy after the guy broke his arm. So the guy, and he was big. He'd be on the weight pile working out. So I knew if we got into it, I'm just going to bang him out. And that's it. It's usually in a fight. Those of you who know street fights, it's the first few punches, you win the fight. If you could fight, that's it. That 90% of the time, you're going to win the fight if you know how to hit and where to hit. But I left maybe about 2 years later. I get word from somebody who came from over there after I got transferred out of Allenwood. They told me the guy heard Arnold say something, and he called everybody out. F you want to do something, let's go. In the Italians, nobody did anything. And I'm surprised. You had Danny Farmer there. You had Bruno there. It's like, what? You fucking kidding me? I would have made sure. Listen, but that's why I say and Bruno will go. Well, Bruno probably felt it wasn't his beef. But that's why, Arnold didn't do shit. Walked away, just running the fuck box. And that was it. So, Dom, how's your head feeling? It's all right. Feeling good. Vincent, hey, Dom, look good. What did you have done? I had my eyebrows. See? Now I got eyebrows. I'll have big bushy things coming out. But most of it's going. I always had eyebrows, but they were very, very thin. So they just enhanced them. They put actually 220 grafts on both eyes. And then I think 1,300 in the head, just to support the hairline. I didn't have them bring the hairline down, just support. As you can see, the front, some on the sides, and the back. Dom, is it true you got knocked out ordering a meatball palm outside? I never got knocked out in my life. Even when folks, I'm not saying it can't happen. Anybody could get knocked out. I've never gotten knocked out. The closest I came was Lenny Esposito. He cold cocked. I was arguing with a guy, Joe Mahoney. He owed me some money. We're on Crosby Avenue. And Lenny blinds, I didn't see him. So I'm arguing this way. Lenny cold cocked me. I stumbled. I went sideways, almost fell. You know, like when you stumble and you lose your balance. I went back maybe about 10, 15 feet. I lost my balance. So I stumbled all the way, but I did not hit the ground. And then when I lifted, like I was dizzy, but right away my hands went up. And I shook it off. I kept on, like, I kept them back with my hands. I was just throwing out a jab, but I'm shaking it off. And finally, I got my wind, got my bearings back. And then we're going at it. And I throw a jab. He walked right into it. I hit him right here, right on the butt of his chin. Boom! Fell on his ass. Jumped back up. And I know he was pissed after that. Cop came trying to stop. And cops coming between us. More cops come. We get arrested. We're in the holding cell. And then that was it. When we're going to court together, they threw it out. And, that was it. But even when I had the motorcycle accident on, excuse me, folks, on Crosby Avenue by Middletown Road, or Wellman, Crosby and Wellman, bike came down on my femur, broke my femur, went tumbling. My bike was destroyed. My helmet, I had a Schul helmet that was cracked open. I still didn't go unconscious. And even with the pain of breaking the femur. So I just never was knocked out. Never was knocked out. So that's not true. And I never had a fight by Bosco's. So what else we have? I know there's some contributions here I didn't mention. Sam the Man, thank you for the contribution. Dom, you got an idea when the program will start? Probably I'm trying to do it when I start up Sakali files. First off, I have the lawyers. They're gonna people are gonna have to sign. I have to protect myself because, again, Sam, I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a financial advisor. I just want to protect myself. You're going to just follow my plays with that. I'm not forcing you. I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So, I just have to protect myself because not everything in life you win. So, there might be some people, and I don't need any lawsuits against me or me getting jammed up for misleading because, remember, I'm a convicted felon. And it'll be even harder for me. So I just want everybody to know they're going to have to sign releases, knowing I'm a convicted felon, knowing this, that, and everything, and they're okay with it and cool. And you guys just keep the money in your own accounts. I'll tell you my moves, and then we'll go that way about it. But probably within the next 30 to 90 days. And then the book will be coming out soon, The Perfect Crime Family. I gave the okay for the cover. We got the licensing for the photos, so we're good to go with that. So there's a lot of things. I have a lot of things on the fire coming out. And the shirts, they should be out by Tuesday. Okay. All the packages where they're going to go in. So we have everything set up over here. I have a mess in my studio, but it's all good on the round table. Let's see who else. I know there was, I think, another contribution somewhere. Let me see. Drew, thank you for your contribution. Happy New Year, Dom. Which of the family did you have the best business relationship with? Good question. I had a good relationship with the Colombos. Even Colombos, Lucchese's, Gambinos. I got along with it. Genovese. I got along with people as far as business. It was, I got along. I was about business, and the way I conduct myself, I'm not one of these gavones that I have to have everything and give people scraps. Everybody ate with me. Everybody. So I was always good with people, and because my thing is my two hands, 2 feet can only do so much. So if you make it worth somebody's while, cool. Like Ace, he was in my body shop. He got a paycheck every week, and then he had 25% of the business. So now it makes it worth his while to make sure things are getting pushed out because now he has part of the business, and that's the way I've always conducted myself. So, Snake, thank you for the contribution. We got a good crew in here. Yes, we have Cynthia with her love. You're straight up on your podcast. You never give mixed messages. Well, thank you for that. Sometimes people will take things out of content, Cynthia, as you well know, but I try to be straight. I try to be accurate, and I try to be fair with people. And it really bothers me when a lot of people say, why you hate Joey? Why? I don't hate Joey. I give him his props. I tell him, like, I could imagine, I feel for him right now. After all he did, being a boss for over 20 years and then getting shelved, how the hell does that happen? I've never heard of that. That has to be a bigger disgrace than ratting. That has to be a bigger disgrace than ratting. Think about it. I'm a boss of my own crime family for over 20 years. Who the fuck is shelving me? Who shelved me? Who shelved me? You know how embarrassing that is? That nobody acknowledges you? That you're a made guy anymore? You can't sit down with anybody and you're the boss of that family? Come on. That has to be so, oh my God, especially we have egos. I'm sure it's killing them inside. I feel for him with that. So, but he has to live with it. He came on social media. That's what happens. We have Anthony Lotta has a tattooed hairline. You know what? I let some people, I've seen some people with the tattoo hairline, but if that's what they want, some people don't even know. Do you know John Panisi? No, I don't know him. I don't. To me, he's too monotone. Seems like a nice guy. I heard he has a bad temper. But to me, that's being a fake. It's just my opinion. So he might say something about me and I'm cool. So we have Brandy. I'd rather have tattooed brows than donor brows. Well, they're my donor brows. So I'd rather my donor brows grow because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to braid them up and I'm going to start a trend. I'm going to do braids. I'll have like 4 braids on each side coming down my eyes. I'll have them here. Yeah. And then when I dance, I'll put little bells on them. Yeah. We'll be bopping. That's it. See? That's what I wanted. I could have had them tattooed. I could have had what's that? The where they add the hairs in. I didn't want to do any of that. I wanted my own shit. That's it. So it was my choice. But I respect your preference. Mike Torres, Dom, much respect. You're the real deal. Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Cynthia, let the haters be haters. You know what, Cynthia? But I love it. I love when they do hate, as long as it's in a good way. Well, it's not never in a good way, but as long as it's not redundant, they don't get ridiculous, like constant. Oh, you're a rat. You're a rat. You're a rat. You're a rat and gay. Like, stop. That's when I get crazy. But other than that, it's good. It gives controversy. Some people come up with some good things that, sometimes I'll agree with them. You're right. Sometimes I won't. But it keeps it going. I always respect everybody's opinion if it makes sense. If that makes sense. Half a day of the jackal. Dom is a good-looking dude for his age. Needs that and to do hair to top it all off. Yeah, no, my hair will be back. It'll be back. It was just cut, and right now I have spray. You have to put on it. It helps the follicles mend in. So they say after 7 days, that's it. I'm good to go. Then I can start really washing it. I have to just let water go on it with soap, but that's about it. So we have DVE 8356. Excuse me, folks. Thank you for your contribution. Is the farmer stick Is the farmer sick? Is the farmer sick of YouTube shows for now? I don't blame her. I have no idea what you're talking about. So, oh, YouTube does get boring. It does get boring. That's why I like being honest. I'll keep my thing going. Sakali file, we're coming in. Sakali's corner unfiltered. We're coming in with so much stuff. So much stuff. So we're going to be talking about politics, corrupt lawyers, judges, what they get away with, the politicians in my day that, it's just police chiefs. Again, that's another story we're talking about on Monday. Mark Stagg, Eduardo de la Torre, Ponce de Leon Bank. Just treacherous what they did. Unbelievable. Michael Torres, Dom, what do you think about Richard Kalinsky? I didn't know him, so I can't respond. But from what they said, the story they told, it wasn't a good guy. Eric, great fight, Joey Molino versus Shirley Temple. Now, listen, one thing, Joey will go. He'll go. And you could see he's from Philly, so a lot of guys in Philly know how to box. Just a lightweight. But he'll go. He has balls. I would never underestimate him. That's for sure. That's for sure. Batcave, what was the damage on the transplant? I want to get it before my wedding. Well, the eyebrows were originally 5,000. And then since I put the hair in, they gave me a 2,500 reduction. So everything was 10,000 to get it done. And altogether, we had almost 1,300, close to 2,100 grafts. So the eyebrows were, more tedious, took more time because they have to put the hairs in right, so they don't grow in different directions. And then the top, it's just easy. So I was actually there from 7:15 in the morning. I didn't leave till about 6:30 at night. Took all day, and they had 2 people working on me. Times the doctors, there was a full staff. We have another contribution again. DV83, thank you again for the contribution. You could have just posted. You didn't have to give a contribution, but thank you. It's greatly appreciated. The wife, she used to come on. Oh, my wife, she used to come on. You would tease her, and she was from upstate. Oh, I love it. I love it. Great one. Where was she? Because she claims she's from New York. And I'm like, you ain't from New York. You're from Mount Kisco. That's not New York. You can't. That's upstate. Now break a bull. She's okay. Listen. I have a big piece of property. I'm on the water, but to get to my house, my driveway is extremely long. That's why I said, if somebody comes to try to clip me, all the cameras and sensors, motion detectors I have, I'll tell everybody a story. There was somebody who actually at the front of the driveway the other day, they parked. They parked out there. All of a sudden, boom, all my TVs, the cameras, boom, everything lights up. And I get the alert. Somebody at the front driveway. So I'm looking. Like, what the hell? I go downstairs and I'm looking. Now, I have things that are legal that can be deadly. Okay? So right away, I grab my thing and I go walking up the driveway. I have the right at my side. And because I don't know, I'm ready to go. Then that's it. I do what I have to do. It's not something illegal that I have that'll get me locked up for 15, 20 years. You have legal things that we could carry that, they could kill people. It's just simple as that. And I walk up and I look in the car. It's a lady who's a nurse. So I guess she was looking or waiting to take somebody's blood. So that's what they have now. That's what it looked like. I seen the package on a thing. But I looked in and went, all right. And I walked away. And I don't know if she saw that thing by the side, but it was just I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But to back to what you said about the wife. So my whole yard, front yard, the long ass driveway. I mean, she had to get thousands of feet of lights, both sides of the driveway, all lights. She had maybe about 35 to 40 5-foot tall white Christmas trees with all lights going down both sides of the driveway all the way up. Front of the property. People stopped, they looked. Then she had about 500 different pieces all over, the big blow up things. So she's outside doing her thing, and that's where she is right now. So, but she's doing well. She's doing well. She'll do her cameos on here and there, but this burns people out. It burnt her out. So, but she's all right. But thank you for asking. I'll let her know. And I'll let her know that I blew out that you said that she was from upstate, farmer area. Love it. Thank you for that. Christopher Burke, did you know Sonny Red and Sonny Black? No, that was before my time. I was a kid. I was a baby back then. Mochi Boy is back. Good to see you in the house. Francisco, BTW, Dom, Mochi Boy throws it back in the water after catching 90% of the time. LOL. Yes, he does. Snake, I'm on guard 24/7. Good way to be. I have to be. Have to be. It's just, even till this day, cars pass, and I'm always looking. I could be in a shopping center and I'm looking. It's just habit. I like looking at my surroundings. It's just always like that. Always looking in my mirrors when I drive. It's just, I did it my whole life. Well, my whole life I was in jail, but the times I was out, just being groomed as a kid from early ages. So, Drew, my drive to the airport coming home from New Orleans drove Carlos Marcello back in the day. LOL. Oh, Marciello back in the day. Okay, Francisco. What's the point? Catch and release. What's the point? Catch and eat, cook and eat. Well, there's a lot of people, they just do it just for the sport of it, to catch and release. But if I went fishing, I want to go marlin. I want to go for big fish. Definitely, I hear that's a lot of fun. Rocky, 2 tours in Iraq, 2 in Afghanistan. I never married, had no children. I made the right choice. Well, thank you for your services for our freedom. It's greatly appreciated. Much respect for that. Thank you. Bronx for life. You think feds help Kuzi get that business? I heard he was doing well. I don't know. I don't think so. But if you tell me what type of business, maybe I can have more of an idea. But that's another disgrace. And I told Vinny too when we were out there, if I saw him, I was definitely taking him out, without a doubt, back in the day, without a doubt. And I was even more surprised. He went to L Jam's Lumberyard and was talking to people, and they accepted him. So, like, are you frigging kidding me? But no, and then people want to throw stones, but we didn't tolerate that. I would not accept it. You're coming out in my area, and Vinny was the same way. We catch you, that's it. We're just going to do whatever chips lie, they lie. Will Joe C ever come off of the shelf? If Joe C ever comes off the shelf, he has to be the biggest fool. He needs to stay where he's at, stay away from the family. He has a lot of respect. Do what you're doing. He never has to work a day in his life, and just enjoy life, Joe. If you're listening, you're watching, enjoy your life. We have hello, Dom. Excuse me. From UK. What's this I hear about Joey Molino? Mrs. bringing pounded more steak at the butcher's. I have no idea. Philly Bob. Where were you? Just jumped on me. I hate when that happens. Dom, what originally happened to your eyebrows? Nothing. I always had them. They were just light. They were under. They were low. And they were just thin. So, I had them, but they were thin, very, very thin. So I figured, you know what? Let's enhance it. And that's it. That's what happens when you get older. They got thinner. Here, folks, I'll show you a picture when I was younger. I had it because I showed the doctor. Where are we? Here we go. See? There's my eyebrows. And I told him, I said, leave my scar. I said, leave my scar. So he left the scar. But I had eyebrows. Just they thinned out with age. It happens. They say it's actually he was telling me it's from the what's that? Your thyroids. Sometimes your thyroids will, that's how you lose it. So whatever it is, it is. We have SCC Dom. Why are you believing this garbage that Joey is shelved? That is BS. That's a BS trick. Okay. If it is, it is. So, but then you need to go to Jeff Nadeau. You need to go to all these other people who have the information and hear from them. I didn't hear it personally from people I know. Well, I really didn't even ask, to be honest. So, Scott Bernstein, the guru who knows everything, he knows Mafia inside and out. There's a lot of people that say it, so that it was out there. So, I don't know for a fact. I'm not looking. If somebody tells me from a reliable source, then I'll say I know for a fact. But other than that, I don't know for a fact. I'm being a parrot. That's what I'm doing now. So, and I'm actually, I'm throwing digs at him. That's what I'm doing too, because I know it has to bother him. It is out there though, but I'm just throwing my digs in him. I'll keep it real. I'm throwing my digs. That's my dig because I know it has to kill him. That's something like that's out there. But again, he did it himself. He put himself in that situation for coming on social media. So that's what happens. People, have a great evening. Much love and respect to everybody. And I hope everybody has a great evening tonight. Enjoy it. Tomorrow we'll be back. I'm going to talk about Johnny Joe, the Albanians, Johnny Joe getting cracked, not doing anything about it. And then I'll let you know about my stock tomorrow. My pick of the week. Cynthia, with that, I'll say goodbye. Good night. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Much love and respect. Peace out.